Hello everyone and welcome to this 20-minute kettlebell circuit. This is a full body workout. We're going to be working a mix of strength and high intensity. Grab yourself a kettlebell that you feel comfortable using. We're working on 40 seconds of exercise, 20 seconds of rest in that circuit style. I'll demonstrate each exercise during the rest period. I'm going to start my timer and we're going to get going. So our first exercise, we've got 20 seconds before we start now. Our first exercise, we're going to do a goblet squat. Now with a goblet squat, you're going to hold the kettlebell up nice and close to your chest. Keep your chest up nice and high. Push your knees out, keep the weight through your heels, drop the hips down as low as you can. Get yourself ready, we've got 5 seconds. Kettlebell at the chest, elbows in tight. Off we go, down, up, squeeze your glutes. Down, up. Nice and slow and steady tempo, but you keep yourself moving. So with the circuit, we only do each exercise once before we go around and back to the beginning. Rather than repeat them straight away, we're changing it up every time. Pushing those knees out. Keep the breathing pattern. Some of these exercises we're doing today, we do one side then the other before we go back. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now, our second one, you're going to hold the kettlebell in a rack position. Now, depending on your kind of strength, if you're pretty strong, you can drive your elbow out wide. If you need to, you can drop that elbow down. We go down into that squat and we're pressing above the head. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Push those knees out, press, lock that arm out. Down, up. I place this hand out just for a bit of balance. Get those hips down nice and low every time. So we do 40 seconds on this side. Then we rest for 20 seconds and then we go to the other side. This one, because you're pressing above your head, will get your heart rate up nice and quickly. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So we're going to rest for a little bit. Listen, if you've got a smartwatch, and switch it around so you don't damage your watch. We've got 10 seconds. Okay, bring it up, arms set, and away we go. Down, down, up. Now, keep an eye on your ribs. Make sure you're not arching your back when you press above your head. You might be a little tight in your shoulders, but that's okay. You can go and do some of my shoulder mobility videos. So just try and get that bicep to the ear. Really try and lock that arm out nice and high, nice and strong. Squeeze your glutes. Try and keep those ribs down. Remember these exercises, we're going to come back to these for a second round. And rest. Next one, kettlebell swing. If you're not comfortable doing a kettlebell swing, you can do a deadlift. So with your swings, feet slightly wider, push your hips back, head forward, come up and squeeze your glutes. Keep the kettlebell away from the floor. Are you ready? Off we go. Hips back, and squeeze your glutes. Like I said, if you're not comfortable doing a kettlebell swing, if you're arching your back, just go into a deadlift, down, up, nice and steady. You've got the options for both there. When you're doing those swings, like I said, what we don't want is that arching of the back to bring it up. You almost lean yourself forward, zip your pelvis up, squeezing those glutes every time. Try and tilt your pelvis down as much as you can as you come down. Get those hamstrings working hard. 3, 2, 1, rest it down. We're going to go into a reverse lunge now. So you're going to hold in the left hand, right leg is going to go back. So holding left hand, right leg comes down, come up and zip up. We want most of the weight on that front foot. Are you ready? Let's do this. Down, up, zip up at the top. Down, down, up, Nice and steady movement. Try and keep your core tight. You'll notice I'm just leaning forward slightly. If you need to, what you can do is you can actually keep yourself upright. More of the weight goes on the back leg, and then you drive yourself back. You have the options. Down. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're going to go to the other side. So, holding in the right hand. Left leg's going to go back. Keep the head up. Chest high, core engaged. Let's do it. Down, up. One thing to think about when you're doing a lunge as well is your front knee. Don't let that front knee drop in. We want to try and keep that knee pushing out rather than inwards. You'll just notice then, if it drops in, you're more likely to lose your balance. Down. I'm conscious of the weight position on my foot as well. I don't want to be coming up onto my toe. I want to try and keep that weight even throughout the foot, and almost feel like you're slightly rolling outwards towards the outside of the foot. Little tip there. Hand. So we're going to go down to the floor. Place it down. We're going to do what's called a plate squeeze. So for this one, you're going to hold that kettlebell upside down, squeezing together, feet flat, come down, touch, and bring above your head. Now you're trying to squeeze it together. Are we ready? Off we go. So I'm actively trying to, as if I'm trying to push my hands together as close as I can. That's it. Try and keep your head flat. Funnily enough, my man bun gets in the way a little bit, but that's okay. Down, up. Up, 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 up. Our next exercise is a little complicated. We're gonna do a starter of a Turkish get-up. So, from this position, what we do, we're holding the kettlebell. Now, I come across this way. What I want you to do, one leg out straight. You come up onto your hand and back down again. Big explosive power. You're really gonna need to use that. If you can't use your kettlebell, just use body weight with this one. Off we go. So we come up and then back down again. Keep that arm locked out and keep the kettlebell above your shoulder. Really important with this one. Up. This is a real challenge. Up. Down we come. Takes a lot of core, a lot of shoulder strength, a lot of stability to get yourself up. If you've never done a Turkish get up, then you should try one out and rest. It's a real challenge. A lot of complexity to it. Works everything. I'm going to slide myself down. So we're going to go to the other side now. Arm out. Changing legs. So this time it's held in my left hand, right leg is straight. Are we ready? Off we go. Up. And down we come. Up. Up. That's it. Gotta be careful, gotta make sure that kettlebell stays above the shoulder. So you're driving this up towards the ceiling and back down again. Usually it's important you keep your eye on that kettlebell, watching it at all times. Keep your eye on that kettlebell. Up. Last few seconds. One more. Up, up, and rest it down. Now our last one. Again, we're going to hold the kettlebell upside down. This time you're going to lock your arms out. Keep your arms straight. Feet come up. And we're going to do some bicycles. Leg comes out, comes back in again. Keep your pelvis tucked up. Away we go. So you want to try and make sure that you're, see how my pelvis is just off the floor. And keeping my back nice and flat. My lower abs are having to work really hard just to keep my back from arching. We don't want to arch back. We're working our abs, holding the kettlebell up above our shoulders. It's just a really good way just to make sure that core is really engaged. Shoulders are working hard too. And rest. Now, we're going to go back to the start. Back to those goblet squats. We get a bit of a breather, nothing major. So, 5 seconds now. Kettlebell ready, upside down. Feet set. Let's do this for round 2. Up, squeezing glutes. Up. Keep that chest up. Try and keep the weight evenly on your feet. We're not leaning across to one side. Try and keep your shoulder blades squeezed as well. Posture is key. Knees are driving out. And we're squeezing those glutes. So you zip up at the top, getting those glutes engaged. Down, up, let's keep going. Come on. Down, and rest it. Okay, now, my least favorite, squat thrusters. Tough one, this one. Get this one right, keep the body moving, lock that arm out of the top. Okay, into that rack position. Let's do this. Up. That's it. Yes. Down. Up. Remember, keep the chest up. Drive those knees out. Try and keep the weight through the heels. Anytime you work single-sided like this, think about your core having to work so hard to keep yourself in that position. If you didn't have a strong core, you'd be like this. You keep your head up, you keep yourself even. And rest. Nice. We're gonna hit the other side. Little shake. Heart rate is up. Okay, in the rack. 3, 2, 1, off we go. I like to get my breathing pattern right. As I come up, I exhale. Now I'm a little tighter on this left shoulder. So I have to really focus on keeping my ribs down. Head stays up, hips go back, chest goes high, weight through the heels. Last one, and well done. Next we've got those kettlebell swings or the deadlift. You decide. If you tried the swings last time and it hurt your back, maybe go to the deadlift. Just remember, hips go back, head goes forward, come up, zip up, don't lean back. Are we ready? Let's go. Up. Now, these ones are actually called Russian swings because we're going to shoulder height. Now, there is such a thing called an American swing where you go right up above the head and you lock out at the top. Both very good exercises. That American swing, it's quite an advanced movement. Explosive power that you use in this exercise. And rest it down. It's a lot of explosive power used, which is great if you're doing some deadlifts. Kettlebell swings really complement a heavy deadlift because it allows that power. Use that explosive power. We're going to go to those lunges next. So left hand, right leg goes back, and off we go. Down. Remember, front knee position. Quite important. Don't let that knee drop in. We want to try and get as much work from the glute on this as we can. Down. Keep that core nice and tight. Down. One more. And rest. Okay, hit the other side. Legs are feeling it. Okay, 5 seconds. Off we go. Chest is up. Loading that glute. Now, this is a 20-minute workout. If you want to do a full workout, you're pretty hardcore. You could, rather than do 2 rounds, you could add a third. Watch it again. Go again. Or this is a real good 20-minute blast workout. If you're pretty new to working out, this is more than enough. 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. So it's entirely up to you how you feel. If you feel good enough, have another go. Get yourself around again. We are going into that plate squeeze, or kettlebell squeeze I should call it. Upside down. Are we ready? Feet flat and away we go. Down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, up. Make sure that those hands are squeezing the plate as hard as you can, so you can really get the chest involvement. Nice to get a bit of upper body in there as well, bit of chest. Up, up, up. Oh, chest is feeling it now. Nice. Okay, so next up, the Turkish get up. I'll slide across a little bit. So, held in the right hand, left leg is straight, arm out. Remember, you're rolling onto your elbow. Are we ready? Arm up, arm locked. You see I'm rolling onto my elbow, then up onto the hand, down to the elbow and back down again. Keeping an eye on that kettlebell, making sure up, up, up. Now, if you struggle with this, you can try just kind of coming up onto the elbow and back down again, using that core. But try and challenge yourself. Keep yourself safe though. Remember, you've got a heavy weight above your head. Up, keep it on top of that shoulder. And rest it down. So, other side. Slide myself down a little bit here. So, left leg is bent, held in the left hand. Keep it locked out, eyes on the kettlebell. Let's do this, up and down. It's real kind of trickery because you're actually going to the side. You notice I'm not going directly up here. I'm coming out to the side. I come up, lock out, and back. Up. A lot of core strength is involved. You come up onto that elbow, back down, up, up, down, down, up, and rest it down. We've got that final bicycle to go. Slide myself back down again. Up we come in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Down, up. Pelvis position, so important for this exercise. It really makes a difference. Everything is telling my back to arch, but I'm going to pull in. Lower abs, I'm pulling my pelvis up, up, up. And rest it down. Great work, great work. Well done everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Well done finishing this one, it's a tough one. Don't forget to try out some of my other workouts. Like and subscribe and leave some comments below. Listen, have a great day, take care.